iSTATUS exclusive. iSTATUS exclusive.
Guess who? You miss me? Jessica Simpson. Sing the chorus.
When you want Angela Yee from The Morning After and Lip Service on Sirius XM Radio, and my status is iSTATUS.
iSTATUS Clothing here with Angela Yee.
Through the door, it was clear to me. Well, I host The Morning After on Shade 45 on Sirius XM Radio, and I also have a nighttime show called Lip Service. They adore who they came to see. Well, I started off doing an internship when I was in college at Wu-Tang Management in Staten Island, and a close friend of mine was good friends with somebody who was working there, so he said, you should do this internship at Wu-Tang, it'll be good for you. When you're in college, you could bring them up there and do some shows, because we used to do shows at school and everything to make like some extra money. So I was a little skeptical at first to work for them because I was nervous. I thought they were going to be all wild and crazy, but it was a great experience. I mean, I guess it's a million times different because we don't have a lot of restrictions. And we're uncensored, and we don't have commercials. So for all of those reasons, you know, we don't get like the extra advertising money that they would get there, or like the appearances they get for stuff. So, you know, I would say they're lucky because they have that. Mm-hmm. But we're lucky because, you know, obviously we can say anything we want to say. We have a lot more freedom as to guests that we want to book and have on the show, you know, because we don't have to worry about offending anybody. You know, we can do anything we want to do. I think I looked up to a lot of different people. I mean, of course, like Wendy Williams, Angie Martinez, you know, Howard Stern. I think everybody who does radio has to look up to Howard Stern, whether or not they like him. Mm-hmm. You know, you have to admire where he started from and where he's at today, and his work ethic, and, you know, how he's built himself up as a brand. So, I mean, if anything, I think that's what everybody's striving for. I think hip-hop is just different now. Like, people are more experimental than they've ever been. You know, Kanye West did his whole album that was like all auto-tune with the singing and everything, and then you have you know, a lot of other people, like Lil Wayne's trying to do a rock album, and he said he doesn't want to be just, you know, a hip-hop artist. So I think everybody's trying to like branch out and do other things. I think the whole state of music, though, is just different because people aren't making money off of record sales anymore like they used to, so they have to come up with, you know, other ways to do that. So everybody's like trying to scramble and get on the next new thing, whatever it might be. I mean, rap has always had beef from like the very beginning, you know, when it was like the real Roxanne Shante, like everybody's always beefing in hip hop. So I don't think it's a bad thing. Like sometimes people's best records have been, you know, beef records. So I'm not against it. I just think it's different now too with the internet. As popular as it is, people are now posting videos, and, you know, that's so popular, which some things are hurtful, like as far as like incriminating yourself by, you know, showing a gun or saying I did this to that person, we robbed this person, and here's, you know, this person's chain. I think that's taking it way too far. But if people can, you know, I'm all with the like funny videos and the little spoof stuff and the cartoons and, you know, doing records dissing each other. I think that's all well and good. Just something.
iSTATUS.com.
Back by popular demand. No papa little Zen.
On that
50
note.
Cent.
50 Cent? Okay.
Come on.
Tax for antacid if they can. You're ready to tackle any task that is at hand.
Service is a nighttime sexy show. It's me and Leah Rose, and basically we ask artists like questions that they don't normally get asked. You know, it's not like, so who's on your album? Who would you want to collaborate with? It's more like, okay, so, you know, how old were you when you lost your virginity? Or, you know, what was the girl's name? And, you know, do you go down on women? Do you know, we ask like really personal questions, and it actually turns out to be really funny.
How does it feel? Is it fantastic? Is it grand? Well, look at all the massive masses in the stands. Shady man, no, the masses.
Sex are very related. So I think it only makes sense. Like, a lot of these guys have very sexually explicit songs, and, you know, they talk about people they dated and, you know, slept with. So I think it's a natural thing. And we always have like porn stars that come up, and they actually are always the ones that make it really spicy. But there's been some memorable interviews. Like, for instance, we just interviewed OJ the Juice Man from Atlanta, and he was pretty funny, and he talks about how he doesn't go down on girls, but he likes to get blowjobs, and his line is, hey, let me borrow your jaw for a minute. You know, so that was funny. And of course we had Murs on the show, and he actually ended up hooking up with one of the porn stars, you know, that was up here in the studio, like very much, you know, he clearly goes down on women.
For the fans, damn, I think Kim Kardashian's a man. She stopped him.
My mom is from Montserrat, so which is a small island in the West Indies, and my dad is Chinese.
He asked to put his hands on a massive gluteus maximus again. Squeeze it then, squish it and pass it to her.
Single.
Single? Okay.
Yeah. That's my iSTATUS.
Oh, okay, I like that.
When can he come back as nasty as he can? Yes, he can. Don't ask me this again. He does not.
I really like nerds, and everybody knows that about me. Like, I like really geeky guys that, you know, I like guys who read a lot. I like guys that are funny too, because, you know, I like to laugh. I don't like people who are like way too serious all the time. And I think the way that I've been lately, like I've been super busy, so it has to be somebody that is not like on my back all the time. And obviously they can't be too jealous because I'm always around like a lot of guys. And even on the air, like sometimes people might say that I flirt and stuff, but it's all part of, you know, the show. Believe me, when the mics go off, I just I don't even talk to you. No,
Wow,
I'm just
so
kidding.
we
I'm
turn
just
the
kidding.
mic
I'm
off
just
here.
kidding.
Throw us out the door.
Mean the lesbian offend, but Lindsay, please come back to seeing men. Samantha's a 2, you're practically a 10.
Well, I always used to tell my friends this when we were younger. If you don't want to sleep with somebody, like don't go to their house or don't let them come to your house if it's not going to happen. So, but it could happen like lots of shots of Patron maybe. You know, lemon drops don't really work because it's not that strong. But if it's like lots and lots of shots of Patron and I don't eat all day, then yes, maybe.
Wow.
Take notes.
I know you want me, girl. In fact, I see it grin. Now come in, girl.
It was clear
Thongs and G-strings.
to me. You're the one they adore, who they came to see.
Ooh, they
Swallow.
You're a rock star, baby. Everybody wants.
Well, my most important thing always is shoes. Like, I love shoes, so that's like how I start off, like thinking about what shoes do I feel like wearing today, and then I plan around that. So these are my Gladiator Wedge Heel Louboutins, you know, ready for the summer. But so I usually plan around that. Leggings, I think all women like leggings because they're like an easy thing to wear. It's comfortable no matter what the season is. And jeans, I love Citizens of Humanity jeans and 7, anything but like just a little bit of a stretch in it. And I'm very into t-shirts too. Like, to me, an ideal outfit is t-shirt, jeans, and heels.
Who can really
Tips. Let me see. Don't wear clothes that are too tight. That goes for men and women, you know. And like if you have like a huge if you have a huge belly, like don't wear like any type of cut off shirt or, you know, and beware of your thongs sticking up in the back when you sit down. And,
The peep show thong?
Yeah,
You
nobody
like that?
really
Oh, we like that.
yeah, I know the guys like it, but sometimes it's a little bit tacky. And always try to be comfortable. Like if there's some type of adjusting that you have to do constantly when you're wearing something, it's not a good idea to wear it. Like sometimes you're like, oh, I'm going to wear this, but you're always, you know, pulling it up or pulling it down and having to readjust. Just try to wear whatever feels comfortable to you. I mean, if you have to do it, sleep with the right people. No, I'm just kidding. I would definitely say just make sure that you treat everybody well. Like if it's somebody that's an intern, if it's somebody that's someone's assistant, if it's someone that works in the mailroom, you know, always be polite to people, always be nice to them. If they're nice to you, you know, also make sure that you're constantly networking. Like if you work somewhere, don't get so caught up in your little bubble of these are the 3 people, you know, that I work with in the studio and I don't know anybody else. Make sure, you know, you go and talk to people because you don't know who can help you out later on down the line. So make sure you're always expanding out and networking. I would say follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/Angela Yee. I always talk as much back to people as I can. Obviously, like, I don't want the whole world seeing like a really boring conversation, you know, back and forth. But I also invite people to come up to the show and sit in if they ever want to. So,
Wow.
yeah, I really like enjoy meeting people. So if you see me, like, don't hesitate to come up and say hi. I have no problem with that. I'm like really a goofy person for real in real life. So.
iSTATUS exclusive.
The enforcer, looking for more women to torture. Welcome to the cutest girl in.
What's up, it's Angela Yee from The Morning After and Lip Service on Sirius XM Radio, and my status is iSTATUS.
Charlie Horser, sorry Portia, but what's Ellen DeGeneres? Have that I don't. Are you telling me tenderness? Well, I can be as gentle and as smooth as a gentleman. Give me my Ventolin inhaler and 2 Xenadrin, and I'll invite Sarah Palin up to dinner then. Nail her, baby, say hello to my little friend. Great picket cave, and let's cut out the middleman. Forget him or you're gonna end up in the hospital again. And this time it won't be for the Ritalin binge.
iSTATUSclothing.com.
Forget them other men, girl, pay them little attention. And little did I mention that Jennifer's in love with me, John Mayer, so sit on the bench. Man, I swear them other guys, you give them an inch, they take a mile.